Hello everybody. In today's video, we will discuss about this poem To a Butterfly, which is written by William Wordsworth. But before continuing, let us know something about William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was an English poem who wrote poems on various topics, but majority of the poems which were written by William Wordsworth were on nature. The Prelude was his best work. Means the Prelude was a poem which was his best work. Though he had written a number of poems on various topics, majority of the poems he had written were on nature, and the Prelude is considered as his best work. Wordsworth was appointed as England's poet laureate. What is a poet laureate? Poet laureate is a significant title which is given to a poet. Like it's a poet who is officially appointed by the government, and it is often expected to compose poems for state occasions and other government events. And this was for a span of 7 years from 1843 to 1850. Now let us discuss about this poem, which is To a Butterfly, which is composed by William Wordsworth. The first line goes like this: I've watched you now a full half hour. This means that the poem, that is like the poet William Wordsworth says that I have watched you now for a full half hour. Means the poet, which means the poet says that for half hour the poet is watching the butterfly. So he says, I have been noticing that I have been noticing you, I've been observing your actions for the last full half hour, self-poised upon that yellow flower. Means you are sitting gracefully upon that yellow flower. You're sitting very beautifully without, like, you're unmoved. For the past 30 minutes, for the past half hour, you've been sitting on that yellow flower. That is indeed very, we are very fidgety, right? We move from one place to place. So the author expresses that, see how this butterfly is not at all fidgety. For the full half hour, I've been noticing this butterfly. She sits on this yellow flower only. Self-poised means it is sitting very gracefully, very beautifully, like a lady or like a queen. It's sitting on that yellow flower, motionless. And little butterfly indeed, means it's saying, yes, little butterfly, you're right, indeed. I know not you if you sleep or feed. That butterfly may have guessed that I do not really know. I've been watching you. I've been very keenly noticing you, what you've been doing for the last half hour. But I truly, right now also, I don't know if you sleep or feed. Means if you're sleeping or you're feeding on the nectar, if you're having your food from the yellow flower, if you're feeding on the nectar of the yellow flower, I do not know. I've been watching you from a half hour, which is yourself poised on that flower. But little butterfly, indeed, still now I don't know if you are sleeping. Are you sleeping on that flower for 30 minutes, or are you feeding on the nectar? How motionless, not frozen seas. Means he compares the motionless nature of this butterfly to the frozen seas, the seas who have been frozen, who have formed ice. So he says that the frozen seas are very motionless, right? Like even frozen, he says that even frozen seas are not so motionless like you. How can you be so motionless? More motionless means you are already motionless, and I compare you to frozen seas. Even frozen seas are not so motionless like you, more motionless, and you're becoming more motionless. And then it is a thing that and then what joy awaits you when the breeze hath found you among the trees and calls you forth again. Means then joy is awaiting you. Means there is joy, right? You are, then will you get happy when the breeze has found you among the trees. Breeze means a cold wind, we say. A fast wind is breeze, right? So what joy awaits you? That you will get a sudden burst of joy when this breeze will find you among the trees. So when the breeze has found you among the trees. So William Wordsworth is talking about the time when the breeze among the trees, it will go and find this little butterfly, and the butterfly will get a sudden burst of joy and calls you forth again, man. And means this means that it is calling you again forth again. The breeze is calling you, little butterfly. That is your joy among the trees. The breeze has come to call you. It has come to call you forth. So that is the joy, right? So the first stanza talks that the poet William Wordsworth has been watching a butterfly for a half an hour, which is self-poised on a beautiful yellow flower, which is sitting on a beautiful flower, but still the poet does not know if the butterfly is sleeping or is it feeding on the nectar of the yellow flower. He says, how motionless, not frozen seas. Means he says that you're so motionless. Oh my God, even the frozen seas are not so motionless. More motionless, and then means you're becoming more motionless, and then what happens, and what joy awaits you. Means see, like then joy comes to you, joy is waiting for you when the breeze hath found you among the trees. When the breeze has found you, hath means has, okay, in William Wordsworth language, hath means had. When the breeze hath found you among the trees, when the breeze has found you among the trees and calls you forth again. When the breeze finds you among the trees and it calls you forth again. This is all the first paragraph stanza is about. Second stanza, the plot of orchid ground is ours. Means this plot of the orchid ground is fully ours. It's yours and mine and my entire family's. My trees, they are my sister's flowers. Means you see these in this orchid ground. You see this orchid ground is fully ours, and the trees, they are my trees, and the flowers, they are my sister's flowers. But who is poet's sister? Poet's sister is Dorothy, alright. So poet's sister is William Wordsworth's sister name was Dorothy. Here rest your wings when they are weary. Means when you're here you can come, and in my tree you can rest your wings when they are weary. That means when they are tired. When they are tired of flying, you can come here and rest your wings. Okay. And here lodge as in a sanctuary. Means here you can come and lodge. Lodge means stay. So you come and lodge here or stay here and feel that it is a sanctuary. What is a sanctuary? Sanctuary is a place where animals are kept in, heavenly peace. They are kept. So the poet is saying here you can come and lodge, here you can come and stay, as if you are in a sanctuary, as if you can imagine that you are in a sanctuary and you can come and lodge over here. Come often to us, fear no wrong. Means you can come often to our garden, but do not fear anything wrong. We will not do any harm to you. You do not have to fear anything. Sit near us on the bough. What does the bough mean? It's the branch of the trees. So sit near us on the bough. You can sit on the branches of the trees near us. We'll talk of sunshine and a song, that me and you, we will together talk of sunshine and song and all the childhood days and summer days when we were young. I will also talk to you about the summer season and its days when we were young. Sweet childish days that were as long as 20 days are now. Means it is saying that we will talk together about sunshine, and we will talk together of song and summer days when we were young. We will also talk together of the summer days. We will talk about the summer season when William Wordsworth and referredly the butterfly and William Wordsworth and his sister and all were very young. The summer days that time, and sweet childish days they will talk about. And here we come to know that William Wordsworth quite well realizes that he is no longer a child but an adult now. Means because he says sweet childish days that were as long as 20 days are now. So he expresses grief that those days when I was a child, I had so many things to do, I had so many activities to do, that those days, one day seem to be these days 20 days. In the present 20 days, 20 monotonous and boring days were like this one childhood day which was so interesting, full of adventures. So he expresses that now the circumstances are no longer like the sweet childhood days where each day was as long as 20 days are of now. So, in the second stanza, it says that the possessive thing, what is the possession? That the orchid ground is fully theirs. The orchid ground is William Wordsworth and his family's. My trees they are, and my sister's flowers. Means the trees in this garden are William Wordsworth's, but the flowers are planted by his sister Dorothy. Here rest your wings as in a sanctuary. Here rest your wings when they are weary. Sorry, I said the long line. Here rest your wings when they are weary. Means here when you're tired, you can come and rest your wings. Here lodge as in a sanctuary. Here you will come and rest your wings when you're tired, and here you can stay like you're staying in a sanctuary. Alright, come often to us, fear no wrong. Means you can come often to us. You cannot, you do not have to fear that anything will happen to you. sit near us on the bough. You can sit on the branches of the trees which are near us. We'll talk of sunshine and a song. That together, me and you will talk of sunshine, and we will also talk of song and summer days when we were young. And I will also talk to you about the summer days when I was young with my sister, and you were also young, and those and sweet childish days that were as long as 20 days are now. Means I will also talk to you about the sweet childish days which are as long as 20 days are as of now. So this is a very beautiful poem. In the last, we have a sad ending that the speaker finally realizes that he is no longer a child, because nowadays his days are so boring and monotonous that 20 days in his present life seemed like one day, just one day, and so many activities he did. His life was not at all monotonous when he was a child, he wants to express. But now, since he grew up, his life has become a little bit of monotonous. The same thing goes on and on. 20 days of now are like one day of his childhood. So that's what he is talking about. Self-poised means sitting gracefully. Hat in William Wordsworth's languages has. My sister flowers means the me refers to the flowers which are planted by sister, like the sister of Wordsworth, that is Dorothy, and bough refers to a branch of tree. In the next video, we will discuss about the exercises of this chapter. Till then, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Tutorsome. I'll again meet you in the next lesson.